It's gonna be a good beef. I like the beef. I like the story behind it, and it's a tremendous fight.
that we're gonna get. But I take every fight, as if it's gonna be the most dangerous fight. Um, yeah. So like, as of right now,
This is the moment everything changed. With Ryan Garcia failing his drug test and pulling out, the spotlight instantly shifted to Shakur Stevenson stepping in to face Mario Barrios. The fight stays alive, but the storyline just became far more explosive and controversial.
Does that fight get made then?
If he's not gonna agree, then we probably don't fight. So he's just wasting time. We'll see, but I'm a businessman at the end of the day, and
Mario Barrios basically says it makes no difference to him whether it was Ryan Garcia or Shakur Stevenson stepping in. He insists every opponent is treated the same. That sounds confident, but facing Shakur Stevenson is a far more technical and dangerous test than he is letting on.
I wouldn't say he brings out a different side of me. I've been boxing, since I was 6. Been professional since I was 18. I treat every fight as if it's my most dangerous fight to date. So it's no different with this one.
Ryan Garcia admits Shakur Stevenson is highly skilled defensively, but suggests he is not on his level and is a better fit for Mario Barrios. That take feels ironic now. After the failed test and pullout, Shakur stepping in looks like the real fight fans actually wanted.
And Shakur is, look, probably one of the most skilled defensive. I mean, he's slick.
Everybody's talking about defense. I'm the one that's got less hit average per round than any other of these guys that we're talking about. We've seen it on the statistics. Shakur got good defense. We'll go back to Shakur. He got.
Mike Tyson gives strong praise while still warning about the challenge ahead. Calling Shakur Stevenson the top dog is massive respect. Still, he acknowledges Mario Barrios is durable and tough. Durability alone might not be enough against a technician like Shakur Stevenson. Ryan Garcia sounds full of confidence and promises serious damage in the fight. Those bold words hit very differently now after the failed drug test and sudden pullout. Talking about guarantees is easy when the fight is still hypothetical. When the moment arrived, Ryan Garcia stepped away and left the biggest opportunity behind. That contrast makes this clip age badly and only increases the criticism surrounding his decision.
Bricks, it could be a problem for you in this fight. I guarantee this, you won't walk out that fight feeling good, I tell you that. That I can guarantee.
Gary Anchuan Russell gives Shakur Stevenson huge respect and calls him a well-rounded technician who has earned everything. That praise carries real weight coming from another elite fighter. Shakur Stevenson is not just flashy or popular, he is disciplined and consistent. That level of technical mastery makes him a far more dangerous challenge for Mario Barrios than the original matchup ever was.
Mario Barrios' fight was all that mattered. Ryan Garcia drops a bomb and calls out Shakur Stevenson's defense. In a recent live interview, Ryan Garcia unleashed savage shots at Shakur Stevenson right in the middle of a Devin Haney discussion. Ryan didn't hold back, claiming Haney would take Shakur down, and the comment instantly ignited chaos on social media. The two traded sharp jabs, dragging up past losses, and Shakur fired back hard, turning the exchange into an all-out storm. Fans can't stop talking about.
Ryan Garcia's father brings up amateur history and insists Shakur Stevenson was easily beaten back then. That sounds like classic family loyalty and old rivalry talk. The professional level is a completely different stage with far higher stakes. Shakur Stevenson today looks sharper, smarter, and far more experienced, which makes those old amateur claims feel less relevant now.
Well, we fought Shakur in the amateurs, and that was so political. It made me sick, and to this day, I don't say this because I'm his father or anything like that, but we beat Shakur in the first round easily. Shakur didn't even land a punch, and I'll keep on telling him, until he knows the truth.
Gary Anchuan Russell explains how Shakur Stevenson sticks to the basics and avoids unnecessary risks. That simple and disciplined style wins fights consistently. While others rely on flashy tricks and unpredictable movements, Shakur Stevenson focuses on control and precision. That approach could become the biggest problem Mario Barrios has to solve on fight night.
Shakur Stevenson, but he get away from his fundamentals, and he lost sight of that. the fight. Teofimo Lopez, he was so used to fighting guys, and he's doing all this extraordinary things like the Roy Jones Jr. foot tap, then punch a guy. Just a lot of trickery, just showing the range in which he has as far as his acrobatics and skill set. Shakur, he kept it simple, kept it basic, kept him on a string.
George Kambosos gives a brutally honest reaction to failed drug tests and makes his stance crystal clear. Boxing has no patience for this kind of controversy. With Ryan Garcia failing and pulling out, the focus now shifts to a cleaner and more credible matchup. Shakur Stevenson stepping in suddenly feels like the fight fans can trust and believe in.
This goes through and it goes to VADA. It's going to VADA. It ain't going to get mixed up. So he's done this, and if he's cheated, he's a piece of shit.
Johnny Nelson sounds genuinely shocked and suggests something serious must be happening behind the scenes. That reaction perfectly captures how the boxing world feels right now. Fans expected a huge fight, but instead got controversy and confusion. The failed test and pullout left a massive gap that needed filling fast. That is exactly why Shakur Stevenson stepping in feels like the sport correcting itself and restoring credibility to a fight night that suddenly lost trust.
We don't know, but that's really, really round him for him to think of and plan doing something like that.
Yeah, because we see things.
Gervonta Davis questions the timing of the test results and clearly finds the situation suspicious. That kind of doubt only fuels the controversy surrounding the failed test even more. When fighters start asking questions publicly, the noise around the situation becomes impossible to ignore. This entire episode has created chaos around the event, which makes the replacement fight feel even more important for restoring focus back to real boxing.
And you see how as soon as why didn't it take 72 hours for the test to come back, right?
It came back after the fight, yeah.
Right. So why ain't come out that?
Eddie Hearn delivers the harsh reality of boxing rules. Innocent or not, the moment banned substances appear in a system, the damage is already done. Reputation takes a huge hit and the fight world moves on quickly. That is exactly what has happened here. Ryan Garcia stepping away opened the door for a more disciplined and reliable champion to take the spotlight instead.
A man who had performance-enhancing drugs in his system. Whether, I believe everybody should have the right to protest their innocence. Unfortunately, in this situation, it's guilty until proven innocent. I've been there, right? But one thing we 100% know in this situation.
Gareth A. Davies explains how serious the substance is and why the sport treats it with zero tolerance. This is not a minor issue or a misunderstanding. Hearing experts describe the drug makes the situation even more damaging for Ryan Garcia's credibility. The focus now naturally shifts toward fighters who stay clean and ready to compete at the highest level without controversy.
If you've got it in your system, it's in there. Ostrin has been banned on the World Anti-Doping Agency list, Andy, since 2008. It's a very serious drug. It creates lean muscle mass in the user.
Jeff Mayweather calls the entire situation a bad look for boxing, and that sums it up perfectly. A fight of this magnitude deserved excitement and hype, not controversy and disappointment. The damage to the event was real, but the sudden arrival of Shakur Stevenson gives fans a reason to stay invested. The spotlight has shifted to a fighter who is disciplined, focused, and ready to step up when the sport needed it most.
I just think it's a bad look for boxing. I mean, no matter who did it, but to be in a fight of this magnitude, and first, I thought he fooled everyone by just playing crazy.
Steven Espinoza perfectly sums up the chaos this fight has generated online. Social media has erupted over Ryan Garcia's failed test, pullout, and the sudden confirmation of Shakur Stevenson stepping in. Fans are divided, analysts are debating, and every clip is trending, proving how much buzz a fighter change creates. This frenzy isn't just noise, it often translates to bigger pay-per-view numbers and heightened interest. The drama surrounding the fight has shifted attention from hype to real questions about credibility, discipline, and skill. Now the spotlight isn't on the controversy, but on who actually steps into the ring. Shakur Stevenson walking in as the confirmed opponent gives fans something solid to discuss. Suddenly, the narrative has shifted from disappointment to anticipation. Mario Barrios now faces a fighter who is not just talented but also calm, disciplined, and prepared to exploit every opening. Social media chatter is intense, but the fight itself promises to be a tactical battle, making this replacement more compelling than the original matchup ever could have been.
Absolutely crazy. And usually that does correlate to big pay-per-view, but not always, because there are a lot of times where people are just talking about craziness around.
Jim Lampley cut straight to the heart of the matter by emphasizing the credibility of VADA and the anti-doping process. There is no room for debate when a reputable scientific organization confirms a positive test. This highlights why Ryan Garcia's withdrawal was inevitable and necessary, leaving the door wide open for Shakur Stevenson. Fans can now shift focus from controversy to the real contest inside the ring. Lampley's analysis reinforces that boxing rewards discipline and integrity, traits Shakur embodies. Mario Barrios is now facing a fighter who is technically precise, highly strategic, and uncompromisingly professional. This sets the stage for a fight defined by skill, preparation, and mental strength rather than scandal. With every analyst, promoter, and fighter acknowledging the legitimacy of the anti-doping system, the narrative now shifts to Shakur Stevenson proving himself in real time against a durable, determined opponent in Mario Barrios. This matchup promises not only excitement but also a clear display of who is truly prepared and mentally ready to compete at the highest level.
My basic response is VADA doesn't lie. VADA's for real. VADA's a legitimate scientific research organization. They have done a great job of helping boxing to clean up performance-enhancing drug policy.
The stage is set and the stakes could not be higher. Mario Barrios versus Shakur Stevenson is officially confirmed after Ryan Garcia's failed drug test and shocking pullout. And now the boxing world has a fight that demands attention. Shakur Stevenson steps in as the replacement, and he's not just any fighter, he is a master technician, a disciplined strategist, and a well-rounded athlete who can control the pace and expose any weakness. In his opponent, Mario Barrios brings durability, experience, and heart to the ring, but he is facing a fighter who operates at a different level mentally and technically. The question now is who wants it more, who is prepared for the pressure of a high-stakes replacement fight, and who can adapt when the spotlight shines brightest. Shakur Stevenson has proven time and again he can stay calm and execute his plan. Mario Barrios has the opportunity to shock the world and prove that toughness and resilience can overcome technical mastery. Fans around the world are already talking this fight will define careers and shape future matchups. Do you think Mario Barrios can outlast Shakur Stevenson, or will Shakur prove why he is one of the best? Step into the debate in the comments and let us know whose side you are on.